Hello everybody, welcome back to Playbook FM. I'm Jay and this is my Aberdeen FM20 beta save. Right, since the last episode, things have not gone good at all. If you look at that, I think here was the last episode, Motherwell and St Johnstone. Lost 3-0 to Celtic in the Cup quarter-final, lost 1-0 to Kilmarnock in the Premiership, lost 2-0 to Hearts, and then lost 3-1 at home to Celtic in the league. I think it's fair to say that the tactics that I set up aren't working. So as you can see here, I've started working on a 4-3-3 type of system, just to offer something a bit different. But we tried that in our last match, and yeah, we still didn't get the result we wanted. So I'm not quite sure what to do, to be honest, guys. However, all that being said, the board aren't actually too upset with me. I'm still getting a C performance overall, which I suppose is pretty decent. Club's happy with the loan deals, happy with the 2-0 victory over St Johnstone. Pleased that we're on course to challenge for the Premiership title earlier than expected. However, there are some noticeable criticisms, mainly around some of our results. So hopefully we're going to turn things around today in the first match against Hamilton at home in the league. So let's get into that. Right, guys, so we're about to play our home game against Hamilton. As you can see, we changed up the shape a little bit. I've also just gone for one of the presets in terms of tactics, just going with a vertical tiki-taka, because the Playbook FM system just doesn't seem to be getting us the wins we want. So I'm just going to tweak it from here as we go through the course of the rest of the season. So, starting 11, Joe Lewis is back in goal after a bit of an injury. We've got Antonio Morin, Zach Viner and Scott McKenna as our back three, Richard Tate and Greg Lee as the wing backs, Lewis Ferguson, Greg Doherty and Dean Campbell in midfield, with Ryan Brewster and Eamon Brophy up front. Let's get into the match. And as you can see, we've got a couple of guys that are struggling for fitness at the moment as well. So things just aren't going right at all. But it is time to put an end to our poor run of form. I think we're a better team. Oh my gosh, so many ton of questions. To be honest, I always find that when you're in a bad run of form, I just really can't be bothered to speak with the press at all. It must be something to do with just being salty. But we're in with a chance in the first minute of the match. Antonio Morin puts the ball just ever so wide from the set piece. And already it seems as if this vertical tiki-taka is working a bit better than the last system. As you can see, we've had like 3 shots on goal to their none in the first 10 minutes. But they're on a little bit of a counter here. But Scott McKenna cuts out the long ball over the top. It falls to Ryan Brewster, who beats his man. Plays in Greg Lee on the left wing, who takes a bit more of a run, plays it back to Brewster, who finds Campbell to Ferguson. Lewis Ferguson with a wayward effort from outside the box. We've seen him score from those positions in the first couple of episodes, so he can score from out there, but I don't know what quite happened then. But anyway, we're in with a chance again here. Greg Lee strikes it just wide of goal, and Hamilton have a free kick here. Scott McKenna clears the ball. We're chasing him down in the midfield third. Greg Lee doesn't put in a tackle, sending across to Steve Davies, who heads it back home, and we're 1-0 down. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm actually going to get through a couple of seasons of this save. I might actually end up getting fired before I even end this season, because we're just terrible at the back. And I'm not quite sure how to address this issue. I think if we had a bit more cash and could get in like a decent, absolute like enforcer at the back, we'd be alright. But I just don't know. I don't know. But anyway, we're on the ball here. Campbell finds Ferguson, who's got the fullback on his right there. Just play the ball. If we could just, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking because I'm actually fuming. As I watch this game unfold, I'm actually getting more and more upset. So, in fact, that being said, let's give them a shout. I'm going to demand more from them. If we look at the match stats, Hamilton have had 2 shots. Okay, that's not in the best position. Hamilton have had 2 shots to our 6. And they've made... The difference is, they've took their chances when they've had them. Well, took their chance. It's taken us 6 shots and we've still not managed to... Well, we've only had 2 on target. So I think that says everything. But funnily enough, striker isn't there. Up front is not where we have issues. It's literally at the back. And I think I might still have comprehensive highlights on because we've seen a lot of nothing highlights. No extended. Okay. Campbell plays in Lee. Lee who shoots right at the Hamilton defender. And yeah, that's the end of our attack right there. Oh gosh. Right. We do have worked the ball into the box on. Let's look for the overlap. Let's not be expressive because we're not playing well enough to be expressive, to be honest. And we've got a man who's got a bit of a knock on the sideline, so we're down to 10 men for the time being. Hamilton are just knocking the ball around in our defensive third. Play out wide to McCann. Alston back out to McCann, who's more than likely going to put in a cross. And no, Ferguson puts in a good tackle. And it goes out for an Aberdeen throw-in. Okay, things are looking a little bit better. We've got a throw-in now. Brewster on the ball. Plays a cross to Lee. Plays it back to Campbell. And we just kind of... We're knocking the ball around, but nothing's really happening. I don't think I like this vertical tiki-taka system. But Lee's on the ball in a crossing position here. Plays a crossing to Ferguson. Ferguson plays it to Tate. Tate back to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Tate. Tate with the cross to Brophy. It falls to Campbell, who heads it like with absolutely nothing on there. It falls to Tate again. Ferguson to Lee. Lee now with a shot, and it goes flying over the crossbar. And I don't think this vertical tiki-taka is the system that we need, to be honest. But the thing is, we've had a lot of possession, so it seems. A lot of shots. And, yeah. So maybe the tiki-taka does work, but we just don't have the players to kind of execute the system. Remember, I have tweaked it a little bit, but my word, just nothing's happening. Absolutely nothing's happening. But Ferguson plays in Brewster here, who can put in a cross. He does, to Brophy, and it's saved by Hamilton's goalkeeper. That's like the first dangerous attack we've really had, to be honest. And, yeah, I just don't know. I really don't know. Right, if we do keep playing the way we're playing, the result will come. Yeesh, maybe. But I'm just going to take off Richard Tate because he is coming back from an injury, and he's not playing that well. We'll do that change. Doherty's got a bit of a knock. What's the injury? Potential thigh injury. Okay, he can stay on. I don't know what to do. Do I change the system? Do I maybe change what the strikers are doing? Let's make you a pressing forward. Gosh. If anybody's got any suggestions on how I can turn the form around, please let me know in the comments. Because as you saw before this match, we're on like a 3-game losing streak. This will make it 4, and I don't think I'll be in charge of Aberdeen much longer if things continue the way they have been going. We're going to shout get creative because somebody just needs to do something. And Ferguson's on the ball now. He plays Morin in on the wing. He crosses to Lee. Lee with a shot. It hits off the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper makes a decent save. And I'm not sure why we're getting so many shots from our wing-back positions in this tiki-taka system. We've got work the ball into the box on as an instruction. So why we're taking shots from wing-back positions, I'll I'll never know. We're going to take Ferguson off because he's not doing anything today. Bring on Craig Bryson. And you know what? We'll also change to this system. I'm conceding defeat. And, yeah, going to a system that I didn't really want to play. For no other reason than I thought I could get a three centre-back system to work, but I clearly can't. So I'm going to make these changes here. We're going to bring on Niall McGinn and go to this system. The playbook tiki-taka. See what happens. Right, and already we've got a highlight. Niall McGinn plays it all the way back to midfield. Ball ends up with Marin. Campbell back to Marin. Marin now takes a bit of a run. Crashes into Brophy. Brophy with a shot. And my word, Hamilton's goalkeeper has kept them in this match. Fair play. Like, absolutely fair play. He's made a bunch of significant saves. But Doherty there with a wide open header puts it well wide of the target. And we've got another highlight. Brewster to Marin. Marin crosses the ball to Doherty. Doherty with a shot from long range. And it goes absolutely nowhere. We've lost this match. I'm going back to key highlights. Forget it. Forget it. It's just not happening this match. It's going to be our 4th loss on the bounce. We're down to 8th position in the league. 7 points behind that Europa League spot. And only 5 points clear of safety. My goodness. And look at that. 20 shots, 7 on target. And we lose 1-0. Oh my gosh. Oh, right. Let's move on to the Ross County game. Right, guys. So, bit of a change in shape for the Ross County Aberdeen game. So, starting 11, Joe Lewis in goal. Antonio Marin starts out as a fullback today. We've got Zach Viner and Scott McKenna in the centre-back positions with Richard Tate on the left full-back position. Funson Ojo starts in defensive midfield with Lewis Ferguson and Dean Campbell in midfield. John Gallagher, Conor McLennan on the wings and Ryan Brewster up front. Now, guys, between the last game and the start of this match, we've had a team meeting, addressed the dressing room atmosphere situation, and the lads have already started to revolt. I had Niall McGinn come up to me with a few other of the lads saying that they're unhappy with the dressing room situation, which would change if we start getting results. So that being said, I think I'm going to have to stop being so harsh on them when we're losing and playing like crap. We're just going to have to, coddle them a little bit because clearly they don't like my style of man management. And yeah, I think, to be honest, we've probably just flopped this save completely. I'm surprised that I've not been brought into the board yet and kind of been told that I've got 2 games to turn things around. But I don't know, it's quite an interesting experience. I can't remember the last time I got fired on a Football Manager save, so first save of FM20, first firing for a good couple of years. But speaking of firing, Ryan Brewster has fired the ball into the back of the net for only his 2nd goal of the season. However, I'll take it. I'll take whatever we can get right now. And maybe it's the shape that's causing us issues. However, let's take a look at this goal. Marin crosses the ball in to Campbell, who plays in Ryan Brewster. I don't know if he was taking a shot there or trying to find Brewster for the header. But it falls to Brewster, who heads it back home. And it's 1-0 Aberdeen. And that takes us up to 6th place in the league. If we can get another couple of wins, then, because considering it's quite a small league, there's only a few teams, it'll only take us a couple of good performances to get us back where we want to be. And Lewis Ferguson offside there. He is miles offside, to be fair. That would have been 2-0 Aberdeen. However, Ross County with a corner now. Funson Ojo heads it clear. It falls back to Ross County to play the cross in. Richard Tate, though, amazing clearance. But it falls with Ross County again. They're in a crossing position. And Richard Tate is in front of his man. Cross it in again. Oh, Joe Lewis. Excellent save. excellent save. I was absolutely wetting myself there. But Ross County with another corner. Scott McKenna heads it clear. It falls to Henderson. We force them back to their force them back to their centre backs, which is good. And the highlight ends there. Right, let's just... Oh, okay. Guessing that's the first half then. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. Do you feel as if the key highlights are going fairly quicker this game? I don't remember it being this quick in FM19. I feel like I blink and then it's, 45 minutes is gone and I haven't been able to make any substitutions. Then I've got guys on the field with like 50 conditioning and, I'm getting quite a lot of injuries as a result. But Ross County with an absolutely wayward strike there. I'm just going to tell the lads to demand more because we can't be letting them go for runs like that. And speaking of demanding more, Richard Tate's going to come off because he's playing awfully. And what a flop he's been since coming to Aberdeen. But we've got a highlight here. McLennan plays the ball. Oh, absolutely lost my words there because I thought we were going to score one-on-one with the keeper, but no. Of course we don't score one-on-ones. And Funson Ojo with the corner, looking for Considine at the back post, I think it was. Ball forced somewhere in, and the highlight ends. But we're back with a Ross County corner. Chambers, whatever his name is, strikes it for miles out and hits the crossbar. And we're looking a little bit, I don't know, not too strong in this league. So we're just going to drop back to a bit more of a cautious mentality. Until we're going to ask the lads to show a bit more passion. And see, it's already 85 minutes in. And I've only had the opportunity to make a couple of substitutions. So I feel as if the key highlights just kind of breezed by now in FM20. But we've got a corner. Brewster with his... yes! Brewster with his second goal of the match. Third of the season. It's another header. And that surely puts the game beyond doubt. Aberdeen 2. Ross County 0. Funson Ojo plays it into the back post. Brewster loses marker. Puts an excellent header in. The goalkeeper couldn't do anything about it. And it's 2-0. That surely secured the victory for Aberdeen. And it has. That's put us back up to 6th place in the league. And we're in a pretty good position to build from here. Now, like I said, I do want to kind of fire through this season as quickly as possible. So I'm going to play through the entire of November. And I think we'll come back for Celtic and Hearts in the league. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Football Manager content. By now, my first ever Journeyman save would have started. So please check that series out as well. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.